Hi folks, it's David from Loch and Cairn, and I've decided to come out on this amazing day to enjoy a day hike in the glorious Aberdeenshire countryside. Okay, I'm up here on the Hill of Fare, which is where I tend to come when I have a day off and I want to get out and day hike. I don't have any real plans for today. The only thing I'm going to try and do is probably go as far west as I can, and we'll take it from there. Okay, I'm making great time. Came from that direction over there. That's Graymore Hill. I was on that hill about half an hour ago. That's Meikle Tap, and down in that direction, that's where my car is. I'm heading this direction, heading west. I'm going to push on for about another hour, which will bring me to about, I think it's 1 o'clock. And at that point, I'll probably stop, have some lunch, and then make a decision about what to do next. I stopped here for a couple of seconds, because down there, I'm not sure if you'll see it, but on the side of the hill there's a lodge. That's a hunting lodge. We're on the Loch estate, and they tend to do shooting up here. But down there in that forest area, I believe there's supposed to be quite a nice waterfall. Now, I'm not going to go down there today and have a look, but at some point in the future I probably will head down into that forest and see if I can find that waterfall. It's about 12:30 now. I've made pretty good time. Graymore Hill's over there. Meikle Tap's behind this hill here. As you can see, there's a lodge. Well, it's not a lodge, it's like a cabin actually. So there's a cabin there, and on the other side of this hill there's a shooting lodge. Raymoyer Estate's down there, so I guess they come up here. The shooting parties stay at Raymoyer and maybe come up to the hunting lodge. Not sure what that cabin's for, to be honest. But if you look down there, you probably won't see it in the camera. The Bankery's down there. Scolty is just behind Bankery. It's a hill with a monument on it. And up the back there's Cairn. And then there's a hill over the, or mountain over the back there called Clachnaben, which has got a really nice granite plug on it. And then beyond that's Mount Batic. And beyond the swell here is the Cairngorms. We're heading up that way, so maybe we'll get a view of the Cairngorms today. So, it's about 1:15. It's an absolutely baking hot day. And the path's just up there. And if you follow the path in that direction, it takes you to the high point. Now the high point isn't much on the Hill of Fare. It's just a high point, it's just a swell. So there really isn't a great deal to see up there. But I've stopped here because, to be honest, I think this is probably one of the best views you're going to get of the Cairngorms. And that's the Cairngorms over there. Now, I don't know how that's going to turn out in the camera. It probably doesn't look that good. You're just going to have to trust me when I say it's an absolutely cracking view. Absolutely spectacular. And it's well worth the hike up here just to see it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to soak up the views for a few minutes, and then I'm actually going to head back east and find a spot to stop and have lunch. But for now, I'm just going to soak up the views. So, I'm left with a little bit of a dilemma. I'm heading back towards Graymore Hill now, and I really want to stop and have lunch. To be honest, the plan was to stop and have lunch and look out that spectacular view back there, but It is baking hot today. It's about 24, 25 up here. And it's absolutely baking hot. And the problem is, this place is absolutely infested with flies. Not midges, flies. And every time I stop, an army of flies descend on me. And to be honest, it's really quite irritating. So I'm not really stopping for long. So, as I say, I'm heading back east, back towards Graymore Hill. And for now, this is lunch. And I'm going to eat it on the move. So I'm heading back towards Graymore Hill. And I'm just looking at the view. It's an absolutely stunning view of Aberdeenshire. And that's Aberdeen's down there actually. I can actually see skyscrapers in Aberdeen. But what's quite interesting is you can normally see the sea, but today you can't, because there's this just big blanket of Har right across the horizon. So it's nice and sunny here, but well, if it isn't covered in Har yet, it looks like Aberdeen will be covered in Har soon. So it was definitely a good decision to come out here. Okay, I just stopped to change the battery in my GoPro and I got assaulted by an army of flies. So I think that's just going to be the way it is today. The flies are relentless up here. So I've packed another snack in my hip pocket and I think I'm just going to keep on pushing on. I've got one more high point to climb up to, which is just over there on the side of Graymore Hill, and then it's a relatively easy walk straight back down to the car park. So I'm just going to push on and try and get away from my friends, the army of flies. I'm absolutely sweating, so clearly I stink because I am attracting an awful lot of flies. But anyway, I'm going to push on, get over that last rise, and then head off back towards the car. Okay, we're now at Graymore Hill. The top of Graymore Hill is just up there. The path kind of goes over the side of it. That's Meikletap over there. Carlaw, Clachnaben. The name of that high point up there escapes me. And we were away up at the back. In fact, we were away in that distance over there where we had a view of the Cairngorms. Now the car park is in that direction. There's a small clump, there's a little hill there with trees on it. We go through that trees and that takes us down to the car park, which is on the road to Echt. So I've decided I'm not going to stop for lunch now. I've got a couple of snack bars, as I said earlier. I've got them in my hip pocket. So I'm just going to keep on moving, get back to the car and call it a day. Okay, so I'm now back in the forest that leads to the car park. It's been a pretty good walk. Had some nice views, had spectacular weather. Shame about the flies, but hey ho, that's all part of being in the wilderness. So this path is probably about 10-15 minutes from the car. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.